The halfback is the key playmaker of any team, and widely considered the most important position in the NRL. So let's look at the best halfbacks from every team in history. Starting off with arguably the greatest Broncos and Queensland halfback ever, Alfie Langer, whose career defined an era. Small in stature, but colossal in heart, Langer debuted for the Broncos in 1988 and went on to captain them in multiple premierships, including their maiden 1992 win, where he won the Rothmans Medal and Clive Churchill Medal. Alfie's brilliance stemmed from anticipation and improvisation, whether darting through the line, floating a short kick, or marshalling his troops in clutch moments. Langer was the epitome of creativity and courage, inspiring Queensland's victories in State of Origin and earning himself a spot in the Australian Team of the Century. For the Canberra Raiders, the widely accepted choice is Ricky Stewart. A former rugby union prodigy, Stewart made the switch to league and became the architect behind Canberra's golden era, orchestrating their attack with a ball of passes and great game management. He led them to 3 premierships in 1989, 1990 and 1994, and earned the Clive Churchill Medal in 1990. Stewart's vision and leadership transformed the Raiders' play, making him a fixture for both the Blues in the Origin and the Kangaroos, and still currently leads the side as head coach. Now for the Bulldogs, it's Steve Turvey Mortimer, and he's known as their legendary number 7, and was the heart of the club in their 1980s Dog of War era. Known for his fearless runs, expert cover defence, and tactical kicking, Turvey played a club record of 272 games between 1976 and 1988, and started 4 premiership wins within the 1980s. He captained Canterbury to their first title in almost 40 years, and was a 2-time premiership kicker. Mortimer represented New South Wales and Australia, famously captaining the Blues to their first State of Origin series win in 1985. He is now honoured in the NRL Hall of Fame, and his legacy is in his vision and determination, which set the standards for generations of Bulldogs' future players. Now for the Sharks, we have Brett Kimmorley, known as Noddy, and he's the Sharks' greatest halfback, and one of the finest of his generation. Joining the Sharks in 2002, Kimmorley played 140 games across 7 seasons, and quickly became the team's on-field general. Renowned for his sharp tactical kicking, crisp passing, and relentless competitiveness, he set a club record for 251 points in a season in 2002. Kimmorley's reputation was bolstered by 10 Origin appearances for New South Wales and 22 tests for Australia, and his leadership shifted the Cronulla culture. Although he didn't claim a premiership with the Sharks, his impact and class made him a model halfback and a club legend. Now for the Dolphins, and this one's not really a hard choice since they've been in the competition only a couple of years. It's Isaiah Katoa. He's their breakout star and one of the NRL's most exciting young halfbacks. He made his debut for the club in their inaugural season, and he quickly established himself with slick ball skills, sharp game management, and was cool under pressure. By 2025, he had played 68 NRL games, scored 6 tries, and provided 23 try assists in just 1 season, evidence of his dynamic attacking play. Standing at 181 centimetres and 91 kilos, the New Zealand-born Tongan international won the Dolphins Rookie of the Year award and played a key role in Tonga's international campaigns. Now for the Gold Coast Titans, it's Scott Prince, who's their definitive halfback and club legend. Joining the Titans in their inaugural season in 2007, Prince quickly became co-captain and team leader, starring for 6 seasons and playing 124 games, a superb playmaker and prolific point scorer. Prince guided the Titans to their first finals and preliminary final appearance in 2010, delivering with sharp kicking, organisation, and calm leadership. He holds the club record for the most points scored, goals in a season, and points in a season. Prince's tactical skill also featured at representative level, playing 5 State of Origin games for Queensland and Tests for Australia. And now for Manly, we have Jeff Tuvey, also known as Tubes, who is a Manly Sea Eagle legend. Playing from 1988 to 2001, he appeared in 286 first grade matches and was the club's longest serving captain. Despite his small stature, Tuvey's courageous, never say die attitude made him a formidable halfback and later hooker. He captained Manly in the 1996 ARL Premiership, winning the Clive Churchill Medal for best on ground. Tuvey also led Manly in 3 consecutive grand finals between 1995 and 1997, and represented New South Wales in 15 Origin games and Australia in 13 tests. Known for his leadership and tenacity, he played a crucial role during the Super League War, helping stabilise the ARL. After retiring, Tuvey moved into coaching, leading Manly from 2012 to 2015, and recently returned to oversee junior development programs at the club, continuing his lasting influence. This spot could have easily gone to Daly Cherry Evans. Next for the Melbourne Storm, we have Cooper Cronk, and he's one of the greatest halfbacks in NRL history, renowned for his intelligence, composure and leadership. He began his professional career with the Melbourne Storm in 2004, where he blossomed after 2006, forming a lethal combination with teammates Cameron Smith and Billy Slater. Cronk played 323 games with the Storm, winning 4 premierships, although 2 were later stripped due to the salary cap breaches. His methodical execution, clever kicking game, and clutch playmaking made him a cornerstone of the Melbourne's dominance. Internationally, he played 38 games for Australia and played 22 State of Origin matches for Queensland, earning multiple Dally M Halfback of the Year awards and the Golden Boot of 2016. His career total includes over 175 NRL games, firmly placing him among the rugby league greats. Next up for the Warriors, we have Stacey Jones, nicknamed the Little General, and he's the greatest halfback in the Warriors' history, and one of rugby league's all-time New Zealand legends. Born in Auckland in 1976, Jones debuted with the Warriors in the inaugural season in 1995, quickly becoming their talisman. His vision, kicking skills and ability to read the game made him a natural leader, guiding the Warriors to their first NRL Grand Final appearance in 2002. He captained New Zealand internationally in 46 tests, scoring 160 points and winning the Golden Boot in 2002 as the best player in the world. Over his career, Jones played 261 games with the Warriors, scoring 77 tries and kicking 176 goals. He also had a stint in the English Super League for the Catalan Dragons, and was inducted into the Rugby League Hall of Fame in 2019. Jones is remembered for his creativity, determination, and lasting impact that helped put Kiwi Rugby League on the world stage. Now for the Knights, we have Andrew Johns, also known as Joey, and he's widely regarded as one of the greatest rugby league halfbacks of all time, and a Newcastle Knights legend. Born in Cessnock, New South Wales in 1974, Johns made his first grade debut for the Knights in 1993, and played around 250 games with the club until 2007. He scored a club record 2,176 points and 80 tries, captaining Newcastle to 2 premiership victories. Renowned for his exceptional passing, kicking skills, game intelligence and strength, Johns was a fierce competitor. He represented New South Wales 23 times in the Origin Arena and played 26 tests for Australia, captaining both representative teams. He won 3 Dally M medals, 2 Golden Boots, and the Clive Churchill Medal in 2001. His career would be cut short by a neck injury, but his legacy stays on. He was inducted as a Rugby League Immortal in 2012, and is celebrated as a pivotal player who shaped modern rugby league. Now for the Cowboys, we have another legendary figure, and it's Jonathan Thurston, and he's considered the greatest halfback the Cowboys have seen. Debuting with the Bulldogs in 2002, Thurston's genius truly came forward after moving to the Cowboys in 2005, where he played 294 games over 14 seasons, making him the club's most capped player. JT led the Cowboys to their first ever NRL premiership in 2015, famously kicking the match-winning field goal in Golden Point. His vision, flair and composure were key in helping Queensland's 8 consecutive State of Origin series wins, and is the highest point scorer in Origin history with 212 points. Thurston earned 4 Dally M medals and 3 Golden Boot awards as the world's best player, and captained Australia 38 times. Beyond stats, Thurston's resilience and leadership elevated the Cowboys into a dynasty, while inspiring Indigenous players and fans nationwide. His legacy is that of a brilliant playmaker and a true rugby league icon. Now for the Eels, we have Peter Sterling, who is truly a Parramatta legend. Playing his entire first grade career with the Eels, from 1978 to 1992, Sterling made 228 appearances and was a vital part of their dominant era in the 1980s. His calm, tactical brilliance and exceptional passing skills helped the Eels win 4 premierships in 1981, 82, 83 and 86. Sterling's leadership on the field was matched by his skill and game management, earning him the inaugural Clive Churchill Medal in 1986, and 7 Dally M medals and Rothman medals. He also represented New South Wales 13 times in the Origin Arena, and played 18 tests for Australia. Sterling's influence expanded beyond playing, later becoming a respected commentator and ambassador of rugby league. Now for the Panthers, we have the champion halfback himself, Nathan Cleary, and he's widely seen as one of the best players in modern rugby league. Born in Sydney in 1997, Cleary made his NRL debut in 2016, and has since become an all-time top point scorer for Penrith. Known for his exceptional game management, sharp kicking, and composure under pressure, he led the Panthers to 5 consecutive grand finals from 2020 to 2024, winning 4 premierships as co-captain. Cleary has earned multiple accolades, including the Clive Churchill Medal in 2021 and 2023, and Dally Halfback of the Year in 2020 and 2021. He also represents New South Wales in the Origin Arena, and Australia internationally, including leading Australia to Rugby League World Cup glory in 2022. His physicality completes his skill, making him a defining figure of Penrith's dominant era, and a generational talent. As for the Bunnies, we have Craig Coleman, who played for South Sydney during the 1980s and early 90s. Debuting in first grade in 1982, Coleman played 208 games for the Rabbitohs, scoring 25 tries and 8 field goals. A natural playmaker with a sharp mind for the game, he was also known for his clever ball distribution and engaging banter with opponents. Growing up in Redfern, he was a lifelong Rabbitohs supporter and represented South with pride throughout his career. Following his playing days, he coached South Sydney's first grade team during 2 different periods, notably leading the Rabbitohs through difficult times, including their controversial exclusion from the NRL in 2000. Despite the challenges faced during his coaching tenure, Coleman's passion and loyalty to the Rabbitohs have cemented his status as a beloved figure in club history. Now for the Dragons, we have Billy Smith. He was a vital key to their 1960s dominance. He initially played at centre, but transitioned into halfback in 1964, and this was before the clubs had merged. He played 234 first-grade games for St George between 1963 and 1977, scoring 30 tries and accumulating 161 points. Smith led the side in their 4 consecutive premiership run between 1963 and 66, forming a lethal partnership with fullback Graham Langsland. Internationally, he represented Australia in 26 tests, captaining New South Wales, and won multiple honours including the 1967 New South Wales Player of the Year. Known for his resilience and leadership, Smith's impact extended well beyond his playing days, with his legacy cemented through his induction into the Hall of Fame and recognition as one of the all-time greats of rugby league. As for the Roosters, it's Kevin Hastings, nicknamed Horry, and he's a celebrated halfback who made a significant impact at the Sydney Roosters. During the late 1970s and 1980s, debuting in 1976, Hastings played 228 first-grade games for the club, scoring 50 tries and 290 points total. Known for his clever playmaking, sharp passing, and fierce competitiveness, he was an integral part of the Roosters, captaining the side during the mid-1980s. Hastings won the prestigious Rothmans Medal in 1981 and was named Dally M Halfback of the Year 3 years in a row, along with Rugby League Week's Player of the Year in the same period. Despite limited representative honours, his club-level performance and leadership made him a fan favourite, and was the first player to reach 200 games for the Roosters, and held the appearance record until 2002. In recognition of his influence, the Kevin Hastings stand at the Sydney Football Stadium was named in his honour, and he was inducted into the Roosters Hall of Fame in 2012. Now for the Tigers, it's Benji Marshall. While he was primarily a 5'8" during his career, seeing as he played over 100 games as halfback, he's got the top spot for the Tigers, celebrated for his creativity, flair, and leadership across a decorated NRL career. Beginning in 2003, Marshall's arrival brought excitement to the club with his trademark sidestep, lightning acceleration, and of course his unforgettable flick pass to Pat Richards in the 2005 Grand Final. That remains one of rugby league's most iconic moments, helping the West Tigers secure the first and only premiership. Marshall's influence at halfback and 5'8" was transformative. He amassed 257 games for the Tigers. Beyond club footy, Marshall captained New Zealand to a World Cup triumph in 2008 and earned the Golden Boot as the world's best player in 2010. Respected for his resilience and longevity, Marshall's leadership guided younger teammates and boosted the Tigers during tough times, and now continues to lead them as head coach. Who do you think the greatest halfback from every team is? Let me know in the comments below. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing. Only 5% of my viewers have subscribed. It's free, and it really helps out the channel. Thanks for watching.